Let's start by stretching our hamstrings. And as we're lying on our back, the back is supported, but I want you to just lift your hips up ever so slightly, just curl them up and then bring them back down again. And again, just curl them up and bring them back down again. Good. So those hips are now grounded and the shoulders are grounded as well. And then you're just going to lift your left leg up. Point and flex the foot. And we don't have to go straight in for a super straight leg to start off with because it's early and it's chilly. We can rotate through that ankle. And then we can bring our hands onto the back of the thigh. That's a nice fleshy part of the thigh, avoiding the back of the joint. Good. And then start to bring that movement in the foot into a point and a flex. So pointing and flexing. And then we're going to stop in that flex. So that with the flex, we're pushing into the heel and toes are coming down towards the face. And now you'll start to feel that stretch down the back of the hamstrings and into the calves. You can bring your hands up to where the calves are if that feels good. You don't have to force it. You might just lift your head up off the floor and that's okay. And this other leg can stay bent if that feels good, or if you want to, you can extend it. You might find you get a little bit more stretch. You can extend it and just rest it down on the floor. There you go. Nice stretch in the hamstrings, just down the back of the legs. And then bend that knee, place it down on the floor, and we're going to go with the other leg. So again, starting with with the other leg bent. Because of course with the hamstrings we've got 3 of them, so actually just lifting that leg up as we're doing, you're only really going to stretch in the general direction of the hamstrings. So I'm going to show you how to stretch the inside ones and the outside ones. So you can bring your hands onto the back of the thigh here, pointing and flexing, making sure those hips are still grounded so that lower back is nicely supported. There you go. When you're ready, you're there already, pushing into the heel, so flexing that foot and bringing the hand up and extending that leg to add to that stretch. Very satisfying stretch down the back of the leg. Nice. Okay, bend that knee, bring it down. I'm going to go back to the first leg, so you can pop the strap around the bony part of the foot, so that around the ball of the foot rather than the soft bit. And that's the left leg. So you're going to take the strap in the left hand. And we're just going to start by pulling that back ever so slightly. Just going to adjust this because it's a little bit too much on the soft bit. Ah, yes. Oh, okay. We're going to take a little bit of the stretch off here. And we're going to bring that leg out to the left-hand side. So I'm a little bit constrained here by the wall. I might just move. So move it slightly out to the left-hand side. Now, this will probably feel really nice for you because I know you like that stretch on the inside of the leg. And then once you've gone out, you can start to pull a little bit more pressure again and you'll feel that stretch. Still the back of the leg that you're stretching, but it's that hamstring that is slightly on the inside. Good. And then let go of the pressure, bring that leg back to center. So keep the legs straight. That's it. And we're going to go across the body. There you go. So keep your hips down on the ground. It's a stretch in the hamstrings. Ah. Yes. That's good, isn't it? Now those other two hamstrings on either side are going, thank you. Why don't you ever stretch us? Right, come back up to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can swap that strap over to the right leg. Extend that leg up. Take the strap in the right hand. Inhale. And as you exhale, just come into that stretch in the middle to start off with. And then relieve the stretch. And then take the leg out to the right hand side. Now this left leg, whatever feels good for you. I can see yours is straight, mine is bent and it's kind of flopping out to the side. That's fine. As long as those hips are still grounded. So you can get the stretch in the leg. Because otherwise, if your hips are moving, then you're stretching the back. That's nice. Keep the strap around your foot. Bring the leg back up to center and you can swap hands. The strap can go in the other hand and then bring it across the body. That's it. Just moving my other leg out of the way. I'm being quite cautious with this one as well. Nice. And then come back to center. Let's get rid of the strap. We're just going to hug our knees into our chest and draw circles with those knees. So drawing independent circles. One is going in one direction, the other one is going in the other direction. And the arms are doing the work. Good. Yeah, this time of the year we're really lucky, aren't we? We've had Easter, we get a bank holiday at the beginning of May, and then we get another one at the end of May. It's like everything comes at once. Okay, hug those knees into your chest. Lovely. Okay, let's come up and flip ourselves over to all fours. Excuse me. Just going to start to bring a little bit of movement to that back now. So hands under shoulders and knees under hips, maybe a little bit wider. We're just going to go forwards and backwards. So with an extended cat and cow. So rounding through the back and then bringing those hips forwards and lifting the head up. Good. Looking at you in the mirror. Inhaling, rounding, coming forwards, lifting your head. Remember, as those hips come forward, squeeze your glutes and then sink back into child's pose. A nice satisfying stretch across the back. Allow your elbows to come down to the floor as well. Now we're completely compressed in our legs, completely the opposite to what we just did, but the back is getting a nice stretch. And then inhale and come up again. Maybe go a little wider with those hands and those knees. Start to come forwards, almost into a cobra. So as you come forwards, Pat, you can start to bend your elbows back a little bit and then come back up again. Yes. Try to lift your hips up as you come up. Good. Nearly there. One more time. Inhale, come forwards. Bring those elbows down. We're just going to stop here down on the floor. And you can bring your left hand and put it underneath your face and turn your head to the side and reach your right hand behind you and take a hold of your foot. Now, if you can't reach, you can use the strap. You can, have you got it? So it's the right hand and the right leg. So your head is supported, your body is down on the ground. And now we're stretching the front of the leg. And again, the back is nicely supported here. So we're pushing that heel towards the glute. And now we're going to stretch the shoulder. We're going to use the leg to stretch the shoulder. Push the foot into the hand, and you'll probably feel the thigh start to come a little bit off the ground. Can you feel how that stretches the shoulder? Okay, let it go. We're going to swap over to the other side. So foot comes down, hand comes down. You can turn your head to the other side. So now the left hand taking a hold of the left foot, taking a hold of the outside of the left foot. Good. Pulling the heel towards the glute, stretching across the front of the thigh. And then pushing that foot into the hand and feeling how you get a nice stretch down the back of the body. Nice, let it go. And I want you to just bring your hands down by your side and get your face comfortable. So you'll be lying on the floor. You can either have your head to one side or the other. But we've got the option now to do both legs and both arms. So lift those feet up and grab a hold of them. Now, what we don't want to do here is we don't want to do anything funky with our neck. So keep your face facing towards the floor. And keep your neck in line with your spine. You can start to push into those feet and it'll lift you up a little bit. Nice. Nice stretch across the shoulders and those thighs. Well done. Take the pressure off. Let go of your feet. Bring your feet down and bring your hands down under your shoulders. Now we're going to do what we were doing just before. Just push ourselves up to all fours. Try and bring the hips up first. You're going to tuck your toes under and come up into a down dog. So completely the opposite to what we've just been doing. Nice stretch down the back of the body. And you can start to move those legs a little bit. So pushing one heel and then the other one down. Bending and straightening those legs. Lovely. And come up onto your toes. Come forwards into a high plank just for a moment. So shoulders over wrists here and hips are up. Good. Don't let those hips drop too far. Lift, lift, lift hips. Lift them higher. Good. And then push back to down dog. So I want you to catch those hips before they go too low. We don't want any pressure on the back here. You're using your core. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrists and keep those hips high. Beautiful, stop there. Well done, push back. Push those heels down. Down dog. Oh, and have a little wiggle in that down dog. Nice, well done. Come forwards to all fours, sink back to child's pose, catch your breath. Good. Stretching down the back of the body. Lovely. Okay, you're going to turn onto your side now, so with your knees bent. Nice. So elbow under shoulder, knees bent, feet together. We're just going to start by opening the knees and closing the knees. Nice. Okay, now allow your knee to drop down. Now, remember the side planks. Lift your hips up off the ground. And we can do a clamshell at the same time. Nice. And then bring the hips down and come down. So you're going to come up and you're going to go straight into a clamshell. Lovely. And back down again. And 2 more of those. So inhale and come up. Exhale. Come down. 1 more time. And coming down. Nice. And let's swap over the other side. So let's just start by doing the clamshell, just one movement and then the other one. So just feeling that, because of course both sides are often different. Yeah. Okay, then just come up into that side plank. And let's test the waters. How does it feel if we do a clamshell on this side? Keep the feet together, that's it. Now, because I've got bony feet, I'm kind of cheating. I've got my foot down on the ground. You can do that as well. Good. And then come down. Let's do 3 nice slow ones. And coming down. Lifting. And coming down. And 1 more. Lifting up. Keep that neck in line with the spine. Good. And then come down. We're going to turn to all 4s. We're going to come up to our down dog. Push those heels down. And we're going to come forwards into that high plank. Stop there. Good. Push back again. Heels down. And then inhale, come forwards into that high plank. Gently lower your knees. Tuck your elbows tight. Bring your chin and chest down to the floor. All the way down. Well done. Let's do that again. So push away from the floor. Come up into a down dog. Exhaling. Good. And then inhale, come forwards into a high plank. Gently lower your knees. Tuck your elbows tight. Chin and chest to the floor. Well done. Okay. Push away from the floor, come up into a down dog. Exhaling. And we're going to turn this into a forward fold. So the feet come up to meet the hands, or maybe the hands move back a little bit to meet the feet. That's it. Generous bend here in the knees, and then just let your head go. Look towards those knees and have a gentle sway here from side to side. Good. Bring your hands onto your shins, the bit between the ankle and the knee, and inhale into a halfway lift. So lovely long straight back here. Nice. Exhale back into a fold. Hamstrings will be saying yes, thank you very much. Feeling good here. And then bend those knees and come up slowly to standing. So rolling those shoulders up, back and down at the top, and then turn to face me. Good. So feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. Just going to bring your hands onto your hips and move them from side to side. So preparing ourselves for some nice deep side bends. Good. And then go a little bit wider with those feet. Move those hips side to side. Good. Just going to do some trouser management. My hips can move. Good. Inhale and bring those hands up high. Exhale, bring them down so that they're parallel to the ground. Nice. Palms facing down. Send the left toes along the length of the mat, pivoting on the heel. Right toes come in a little bit. Now just make sure your hips and shoulders are still facing forwards. If you need to check in by putting your hands on your hips, you can. I'm going to do a triangle. With a triangle, it's a lovely deep side bend. The legs stay straight. So let's reach out of the waist towards the left. Bring that left hand somewhere on the left leg, and right hand comes up and over. Now we've got a lovely side bend down the side of the body here, keeping that neck in line with the spine. Inhaling, exhaling. You might find a little bit more space here. Good. Now the legs stay where they are. Windmill those arms up and over into a reverse triangle. So now the right hand is on the right leg, left hand comes up and over. Really stretching through these ribs here. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. And then inhale, back to center. Exhale those hands onto your hips. Let's realign ourselves. Left toes come in a bit. Right toes go along the length of the mat. And immediately your hips might want to go towards the right. So bring them around so that they're facing towards me, forwards. Good. And then inhale those arms up. And exhale, reach over those right fingertips until you can't go any further. And then bring those right fingers down onto the right leg. And left hand comes up and over. Nice side bend. Beautifully grounded down through these feet. And as if you're between two planes of glass here. We're not leaning forwards or backwards, we're just going sideways. Lovely. On the next inhale, those hands are going to windmill over to the other side. Left hand on left leg. You can look up at your right fingers if you like. And then inhale here, expand through those ribs. Exhale, go a little deeper. Oh. And then inhale, back to center. And exhale those hands onto your hips. Gonna bring those feet so that they're both facing out and come into a deep sumo squat. So forearms coming onto your thighs, bring those hips down and keep your head up. Nice. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So push away from the floor with the feet, send the hips up, send the head down. If you still need a gentle bend in your knees, you can take it. And see if you can walk your hands between your feet. What's going on? Good. That's it. Let your head go. That's it. Lovely. And then bring those forearms onto the thighs again. Coming into that deep sumo squat. Just a little bit of movement from side to side. And come back up to standing. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Nice. And then heel toe those feet in so that the heels are under the hips or maybe a little bit wider. And bring your hands onto your shoulders. And rotate them forwards. So because it's just you and me, I've started to push you a little bit more. You may have noticed.
Yep, it's brilliant. I am still going to work on that one-to-one because I noticed when I did one of the exercises yesterday and you came over and you sort of said, your knee's not right. And I thought, yeah, there's things like that.
Yes. And so change the direction of your shoulders now at the rotation. So that one is quite an important safety one for your knee. So yeah, you don't want it collapsing inwards when you're doing warrior 2 or warrior 1. All righty. Let's do a little bit of balance. I have to say, everyone did a sterling job yesterday, including you on the balance.
I'm finding that when I'm at home, if I'm not on the mat, the balance is easier than on the mat.
Okay, good. So you found a solution. Good, good. Because you've got a very thick carpet as well. Yeah. So you can see I'm on one toe, so you know where we're going. We're going to the side. So start just by shifting the weight onto that one leg and lift. Dive. And come down and swap over to the other side. Lift. Dive. Really use that glute, really have that leg nice and active. Good. Step down, swap over to the other side, because of course the ankles have to do a lot of work here as well, don't they?
Yes.
Ankles, knees, hips, the whole body's working here, and of course the brain's doing a lot of work here as well. Yeah. Although, if we switch the brain off and just allow the body to do its thing, that's wonderful. Look at that, Pat. Just have a little play with it. Let's swap over one more time to the other side. If you see this as play, rather than aiming for perfection, that's when it gives you the freedom to actually fall. And falling means just putting your foot down. Nice. Hey, lovely big star. And then land. Well
it's getting better.
Yeah, you're doing great. Lovely. And then come down into that sumo squat, which is going to stretch our glutes out. That's nice. Again, exhaling into a forward fold. So really grounding down through those feet. Relax your jaw and shake your head out. Bend your knees and come up slowly. Roll your shoulders up, back and down at the top. And then we're going to heel toe our feet in so that they're really, really together. And then put your hands together, interlace your fingers and send them up high. Come up onto the balls of your feet. You can squeeze your ankles together. Sorry, I should have told you this ahead of time so that you didn't. You've changed your mat as well. You've gone back to the other mat.
No, I'm on the pink. Ah. Yeah, I wonder if the other one's better.
And then come down onto those heels. Inhale as you exhale over to the side. I think that pink one's a Pilates mat. I think it's very squidgy.
Yes, it is.
And then inhale to center. Exhale over to the other side. And inhale back to center. And exhale those hands down into the center of your chest. Arms together. And namaste. Thank you.